activity, and if you're on the outside, just watch. You guys are my 6th graders, okay? All right, so remember, if I were to go back to the straw challenge, I will have said, now that we've accomplished something as a group, let's get to know each other's names. Names are important, and the first step in getting to know someone, so we're going to play this activity to get to know each other's names. So, I have a pink ball of paper, and I'm going to pass this paper to the left, and when the ball comes to you, you just need to say your name. So I'll start, Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Harris. All right, great. Good job. Excellent. Now, I also have a green ball. The green ball is going to go to the right. And same thing, just say your name when it comes to you. So, Mrs. Harris.
Sarah, Amelia, Curia,
Mrs. Harris. Excellent. Okay, so this time, I'm going to pass the pink ball. Pink goes left. Green goes right. I'm going to pass it, but this time I'm going to say my name and the person that I'm passing it to. So Mrs. Harris, Zaina. Thank you, Sarah. Good job. And I like you didn't quite know how to say her name. You asked. Great idea. All right. Same thing. Green ball goes right. My name and the name of the person next to me. So Mrs. Harris, Sarah.
Sarah, Amelia, Curia, Henry, Laura, Ellie,
Perfect. Well done, you guys. All right. We're going to do it at the same time. So I'm going to pass. So it might get a little crazy in the middle. So looking at you guys, Nora and Henry, it might get a little crazy. I'm going to pass the pink ball to the left, the green ball to the right, saying my name and the name of the person I'm passing it to. Okay, so Mrs. Harris, Zaina. Mrs. Harris, Sarah.
Amelia, Curia, Henry, Laura, Henry, Curia.
There you go.
Amelia, Sarah. Ellie, Zaina.
Perfect. All right. So we get the general concept here. Pink goes to the left, green goes to the right. Okay. So we're gonna kind of add some a few actions to this to make it a little crazier. Okay. So as we're passing the balls, and we're gonna have 2 going at once, if I say stop, and you are holding one of the paper balls, you get the opportunity to say your name and the name of the person to your right and the name of the person to your left. Okay? So that's if I say stop. If I say stop, it's your name, person on your right, person on your left. Or whatever. Okay. If you hear me say scramble, everybody gets up and moves to a different spot and sits down. So we'll have a new spot in the circle. And then if you have this paper ball, just hold on to it, and then once everybody sits down, you'll start passing again. You might have to check a name tag, to make sure you know who's on each side. Okay? Again, pink goes left, green's gonna go right. There's one more. I might say gotcha. If I say gotcha and you are holding the ball, you get the chance to say the names of everyone in the group. And of course, if they do it, we're gonna celebrate like crazy, because that's not an easy thing to do. Now, before we begin, we do have 2 permissions for this activity. You have the permission to not know someone's name. And you also have the permission at any time to ask that person's name. So you get stuck with the ball and you're like, what's your name? You just ask, what's your name? It's okay. So you have permission to not know someone's name and you have permission to ask it. All right, any questions? All right, let's give it a try. Mrs. Harris? Mrs. Harris? Sarah?
Curia, Henry,
Mrs. Harris, Sarah? Mrs. Harris, Sarah? so I said stop. So I'll say my name, Mrs. Harris, Sarah, and Zaina. Perfect. Okay. You guys, you're going to go back to your group and you're going to set up this activity just like I did. Steps 1 through 6, including the intro. You have partner 4 and partner 2, rock, paper, scissors. The person who wins gets to decide if they're going to set it up or if the other person's going to set it up. Okay? So go back to your group and lead just these steps with them. You have the chance to say everybody. Now you have 2 permissions, right? You have the permission not to know somebody's name. And you have the permission to ask their name. Okay, so leaders, there are 2 more balls in your bag. Go ahead and pull them out. We're going to have 4 balls. We're going to make it a little bit more challenging. When I say go, and if you want leaders, quick note, I've noticed some people are kind of throwing the balls at each other. We're going to have 4 balls. That gets a little crazy. You should be passing, handing the ball. And you're going to want to make that point with your 6th race. Hand the ball to the person next to you, okay? So when I say go, we're going to get all 4 balls moving. Remember, pink goes left. Say it with me. Pink goes left. Pink goes left. And green goes right. Okay, it's going to get a little crazy in here. All right, go ahead and begin passing. Listen for me to give the commands. Go ahead, start passing the ball. We'll take notes at the end. Go ahead and make pass.
Audrey, Sarah. Carter, Sarah.
Lucky you. Remember, you have permission to not know their name and to ask their name.
I don't want it.
Go ahead.
Sam and Francis.
We see each other on the first day of school, or I see in the hall. We're not going to be wearing name tags. But it's still really important that we know each other's names. We can greet each other. So go ahead and take your name tag. Just take it off and just put it on the back side of your leg out so nobody can see it. Put it down on the back side of your leg or on your back or something like that. Alright, so go ahead and start those balls going around again and listen for my command. We're going to stop them. Okay, we're going to go back and take a few notes and then we'll do a little review and practice. This is by far the longest of your activities, I think. Because it's very, very important. Why is this activity important? Yeah, go ahead and find your things and your pencils. Sorry. Why this name activity? Why is this name activity important? What do you think, Nora?
You have to talk.
You have to talk. Yeah. What else?
You have to scramble, so you have to know everyone's name.
Yeah, we purposely build in that scrambling piece so you're going to learn each other's names, or they're going to learn each other's names better. Any other ideas about why this activity is a good one?
It allows people to learn new names and reinforce the name.
Yeah, we do it so many times, right? It really reinforces the names. And you guys, names are harder with masks, so I think that's going to be helpful for kids. Elizabeth.
Also, it makes it okay if you mess up because you have permission to ask, unlike a name you don't know.
It's safe, right? Because we continually repeat, hey, it's okay if you don't know somebody's name, you have permission to ask. Okay. A couple things. I noticed that in your directions, you see how those are like the gray, there's like highlights. That's kind of like important notes for you. One of the things that you'll notice when you get to step 6, Make sure your group celebrates anybody who tries. Gotcha. Notice that for, whenever I said gotcha, and it says this for letter C, it says the group stops passing, the people with the tape and paper balls get the chance to say the names. I don't know if you noticed the language I said. I didn't say you have to. I said you get the opportunity, or you get the chance to. It's just a little word saying opportunity or chance, but or you get to try this, rather than saying you have to. Have feels like it's a very, like a, you have to do
It's
this.
more positive that way.
So it's just the change of words. If you go over to the next page, step 7 then, that's when you're going to bring out all 4 balls, and you can either start the balls, or like if, you can kind of spread them out equally in the circle if you wanted to, like you can hand out the balls, and then get going. Whenever you say, stop, scramble, gotcha, and by the way, that is the order. So if you look at number 8, it says round 1 is 2 to 3 minutes, and you stop about every 30 seconds. You want to make sure that one or both of the web leaders have a ball, so you always get to go first. So again, you're modeling what you want them to do, you're showing that confidence and enthusiasm. So if you're the one if you're leading this activity and you're the one giving the command, don't give the command until you have a ball in your hand. Okay? So the order, we should bring like highlighters for them. That probably would have been nice. The order is stop, because remember they're going to just say their name, the people on either side. So that's a really good one to start with. Scramble, stop again, scramble, and then we only do gotcha that one time. After they do gotcha, and they get all the way around, make sure you celebrate. And remember, you're saying gotcha when you have the ball, so your job is to do it as well. Use the name tags if you need to. Then you're gonna up the ante by saying, hey, the reality is we're not gonna be wearing name tags at school, so let's remove our name tags and see if we can meet the challenge without them. Just have them put them on their legs, and then when the activity is done, and I didn't have you guys do this, you can have them pull them back up. Actually, they can leave them there because our next activity is also a name activity. So have them leave it down below, and we'll see how well they remember it. So they remove it, and then the second round is only 1 to 2 minutes, but it's scramble, stop, and gotcha. Every time you say gotcha, you are going to do everyone's names first. So you'll start. And then don't forget step 12, where you ask kids if they want to do anything else. The good to great for this activity at the top of the page, I have 2 things for you to write down. The first one is economy of words. Don't talk too much, just play. So, here's the pink ball, I'm going to pass it to the left. Everybody, when you get the ball, say your name, then play it, okay? Here's the green ball, pass it, play. This time I'm going to say my name and the person next to me, and then do it. Don't get weighted down too much explaining all the details. Step 6 is where you're going to have to explain the most. But you can remind them as you go. The other good to great is that as a leader, you always go first. You lead by example. Yeah.
Talking about people. Throw it at each other.
Yeah. What's a good way to address that?
Do the same thing.
Play some bass on stop.
So
Ask them.
you can be proactive and just say, hey, I've got this ball, we're going to pass it from hand to hand. And actually, you can get another pencil, there's a hole back there. Each teacher should have hand sanitizer in the room, and you're going to want them to hand sanitize when they enter the room and then when they exit. I would try to cut it off at the very beginning and just say, hey, I know it's tempting to throw these, but we're going to pass these from hand to hand. Or you could say that when you bring out the other 2, so you have 4, and you're like, okay, now there's 4. It's going to get a little crazy in here. Make sure that we're passing them and not throwing them. So just trying to put it into your directions to kind of cut off that behavior. The nice thing is that most of you will probably have 2 leaders in a group. So if I'm the one leading, and Frances is my partner and she's not leading that activity, she could kind of be the one to say like, hey, I need you not to throw it, or like, hey, don't forget to pass it. So she can kind of watch for the behavior when I'm leading if I miss it. So that's what you can do if you have a partner. You can have like one person leading the activity and the other one kind of help guide behavior or address issues as they come up. Okay, so that is kind of how it works. So like, whoosh, 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 give them some mojo. Fill them up. Whoosh, whoosh. Alright, number 3, step back to the circle, have a seat, grab all the balls so that you're ready to go. And you are going to lead us through you're going to lead your group through the entire activity from intro to outro.